Okay, so let me get into our testing environment. And so the first thing that we're going to look for is the web dev information. And as soon as we get into here, we're going to find that web dev information within the content manager. So if you click there, normally where you're going to store all the login files is within the system files folder. So if we click on there, you'll see that I have some images, an image folder in there. And what we're interested in is where this College of Eastern Utah logo, where the College of Eastern Utah name is. And if we click the Action Links menu, we can view the web dev information. And so the nice thing is depending on your browser, usually the folder path is already copied for you. So you can right-click and just copy that and then hit OK. And so for now, we don't really need that just yet. And so we'll go back into Dreamweaver, and then we will create a new site. And then we'll just call this SWBUG Lab. And then I have already set up a local folder on my system. And so it depends if you have files already on your computer. You can just point them to there, or if you're going to create a whole new folder, that works as well. And then the HTTP address, we just paste that. And then now what we want to do is, the most important part is the remote info. So we want to go and change the access to WebDAV. Oh, by the way, I'm using Dreamweaver CSS or CS3, and it was just what was available to me. The version doesn't really matter as long as you can get access to WebDAV. That's the most important thing. And so I'll just enter in my user credentials, and then it's a good thing to test the account as well. And so it shows you that we successfully connected. So go ahead and hit OK. And then hit OK again. And then now we're done. Now we see this is our site, so we're ready to basically start a new page. So I'm going to just create a new page, and then I usually use the XHTML 1.0 transitional doc type. This just ensures that they're rendered correctly according to the standards set forth by WC3. The only thing is that what Blackboard ends up doing is appending their own doc type to it, so it kind of breaks the doc type, but it still works. So now we have our HTML page. Let's see if this can shrink down a little bit. Okay. But we have enough. So I'm going to open up also my widgets folder or file. And then basically this has just all the shortcuts stuff that I need to create the login page. So I'm going to go ahead and just start cutting and pasting. And this JavaScript information goes in the head tag. And so you just paste it. That's all it handles the help menu and the pop-up blocker if you want to run the pop-up blocker. And then here we have our JavaScript Fun login page widget. And so we're just going to go ahead and paste that. And so now we're done in the body. And then the next thing we want to do is we want to add an image of our logo so we can use the Relative Resource Manager. So I'm going to paste that. But now we need to go and get the file information for the image that I want to use. So we'll go back to Blackboard, and then our system files, we'll go to our image folder, and we want to use the one that is the white. And so Just like getting the web dev information, we click on the action links and we view the file information. And then what we're interested in under the file metadata is this ID number. And so all we do is just copy that, and then we'll go back into Dreamweaver and just replace or put that where the content ID would be. And so now we also want to create our form to handle the login elements. And so this is the second widget that we'll use is the HTML form name. And the action will actually be sent to itself, and so that's represented with the hashtag, as well as the method is a post. And what this does is it will call a JavaScript function called submit login, which is something that is added in through this JavaScript fun login page. And so that handles the processing of the form. And so before I forget, I'm going to close the form. The nice thing is that Dreamweaver does have code completion, so if you start typing a bit of code, then it puts it in there automatically. And then within the form, we want to put our hidden fields, and so we just paste those. And then I've gone ahead and for the layout, I've created 7 div tags, and I'll just paste those in there. And then from there, the next part is to add our check browser and our help links. A lot of this stuff can be found if you have access to the Blackboard documentation. They do have an example file that has all this information in there, and then you can either use that one or you can grab the one that I have on the supplemental page. And so the next part is we're going to put in the input. And so I'm going to go ahead and wrap that in a bold tag. Okay, and then we'll just paste that. And we'll do the same thing with this. And we'll put in the password. And again, always remember to change the type of the input text box for the password to password so that it hides the characters. And so we got that now. And we just want to also include the submit button. It's just a plain old submit button. There's nothing special about it because the form actually handles the submission processing. And then we'll also include a forget your password link. This only works if your sole authentication source is Blackboard. If you're integrated with Banner or another SIS system, it won't allow you to do that. You'll have to change it within your SIS system. Or if you have such as a single sign-on system or like a